Hello, my viewers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be watching me from. Angelina TV Kenya here, Maginyoike, your host. And as I said, I'm an entrepreneur trading as Ariela Global Solutions Limited, where we do job placements in Norway, Germany, UK, visa processing for Canada, USA. And when you say visa processing, we help you in documentation processes. That's exactly what we do as consultants. We are based right there in Westlands, the heart of Westlands near Surrey Center. That is where we conduct that business. So, and thank you very much, Ariela Global Solutions Limited, for continuous support in recording of these videos and catching up here online. Welcome, and I'd wish to really thank you from the bottom of my heart for the support that you've offered me, subscription kindly when you watch this video and it inspires you. Kindly touch the subscription button so that you can become one of my subscribers and also to encourage me, the channel, to grow. Comment, your comments are valid, they are highly appreciated. The positive ones, we take them to build up. The negatives ones also, they help us also to improve on this channel. If you just go blindly without people watching over you, you make a lot of mistakes. But when you have people who are viewing and they're airing their views, that is highly appreciated. So keep commenting, keep sharing this video as much as possible, because I said here on Angelina TV, we say it as it is without prejudice. We don't judge you for your opinions or for your comments. Neither should I be judged, because this is my life journey. It's out of experience that I talk these things. I may not know everything. We are here to learn and unlearn a lot of things. And I said, my mission is always here is to get one more person out of the dark room into the marvelous light, and more so, the marvelous light of Christ. When you talk about that dark room, we are talking about a room of depression, a room of low self-esteem, a room of hopelessness, a room of despair, a room of losing hope and losing your track on your purpose and your path of life. Your dark room of losing your dreams and trashing your dreams. The dark room where you have suicidal thoughts. That's the room I'm talking about. Whenever we are going through this kind of storms, because they are called storms. And as I said in my last video, let us be like eagle, where we bring everything that is challenging us into captivity. I said the eagle takes the enemy, takes it to the high ground so that it can be suffocated and lose oxygen, because without oxygen you have no life. But for the eagle, up there it is breathing. So you need to bring depression, you need to bring despair, you need to bring hopelessness, you need to bring that depression, you need to bring that mental instability, the unsoundness of mind into captivity, so that you suffocate it completely. And the only way you can suffocate that is to do the opposite of what the world is offering you, or the aggressor or the narcissist is offering you. You just have to be opposite. And one other trait of an ego is to remain focused, to know the target. The target is to have mental stability. The target is to remain focused. The target is to go for your dreams. The target is to go for your vision. The target is to make a difference, because wherever we pass through storms, it leaves trails, like the airplane when it is flying on high, when it leaves the ground and it's really taking off to a higher height, it starts releasing some oil out of the engine so that it can be lighter and the aircraft can be able to fly even higher and more to gain more stability. And so we need also to, as we go higher, we need to ease up on a lot of things that pull us down, Even the Bible says that be ye transformed and let every burden be released to God, because you are not able to carry all these burdens in your heart. We are told to guard our heart, and you guarding your heart is to guard it from offense, is to guard it from bitterness, is to guard it from hopelessness, is to guard it from losing hope, is to guard it from low self-esteem. It is to guard it from every trait of the narcissism that you brought to become a victim of these circumstances or situationships, Because we said, anything that is out of love, out of compassion, out of affection, which is not out of care, which is not out of companionship and fellowship and communication, then it is what it is. It is a situationship. It's not a relationship. It's not a marriage. And this is a denial a lot of people live. I talk to a lot of married couples, or even people who are dating. And there's one common thing that I see in this kind of talks. And one of the talks that there is, which features mostly, is that people who are the victims of these circumstances, they end up thinking they're the ones who are wrong. Probably there's something wrong that I did so that I deserve this kind of treatment. And I tell you, for real, you don't have to do anything for the other party to treat you wrongly, because nobody in this world is perfect. Even the Bible says none of you is holy. It's only God who is holy. And so when you talk about holiness, we're talking about imperfections. Perfections and imperfections. Nobody is perfect on this earth. Nobody is without blunders. Nobody is without a past. And so when you think that, one of the powers of a narcissist is to manipulate you to think, I'm beating you up because it is your fault. I'm treating you wrong because it is your fault. This is happening because it is your fault. Our marriage is falling apart because you are not able to sustain, And it's a bit crazy because you can easily be able to buy that kind of a thing from a narcissist point of view. And most of the people that I talk to or I counsel, they say, I've been thinking all along it is me who is in the wrong, until when I speak light into them, into these matters, then they start says, by the way, I think it's all wrong. I don't deserve this. At times we think we deserve what we're going through is because of what we have done, which is not right. It's not true. It's a lie. Nobody has a right to treat the other wrongly just because of a mistake or imperfections. Should always have room, to accommodate, and a room to allow growth and development. Because even a child, a baby, when they start learning how to walk, how many times do they fall? Many times. And they fall and they cry, and you collect them and pamper them and comfort them, but still encourage them to step. You still put them back on the ground, where again they trip and they fall. Because one thing about the balance of the children, because of the brain development, because walking has to do, movement has to do with the brain development. So children, when they fall like that, is because of the brain issue. It is still developing. So they miss their steps and they're always falling, But we don't insult these children because they have been falling. We encourage them, We keep helping them. We even provide things like walkers to help them stabilize and be able to gain confidence to walk. This is exactly what we're talking about. You need to get out of that cocoon and start taking baby steps towards your redemption out of this kind of situationship, because you may not be lucky. I was a bit, I don't know, no, I don't like to use the word luck. I was just, maybe God just favored me this way, that I was able to separate myself from this toxicity. Even within the same environment, I was able to keep at bay and start reconstructing a path and start rebuilding my life and start also building my mental challenges so that I could be able to stand the test of time. You may not be the kind who are able to work in that kind of environment. What I've seen a lot of very confused people. They come out with a lot of confusion, you know, like somebody becomes very unforgetful. The unforgetfulness is one of the traits that you know you're in a confusion. You don't remember stuff. You're not even old. You're not even suffering from what we call dementia or, you know, this kind of mental challenges. But you find yourself, you're very young maybe, and you're forgetting very easily. You know, you don't keep track of things. Some people, I have, depression is this bad. There's a friend of mine who I walked through. Also, I'm facing my own troubles, but I walked her through her own troubles until she overcame. And this friend of mine had children in primary school. And one time she parked her car in the city. And you know the way you park your car and you leave your children in, maybe to do an errand. And she parked her car, parked the children in the parking, and she left and she forgot. And you know, these are the days where there used to be no phones. So the children have no phone. And she's gone. And she's forgotten the children in the car. After hours, when she finished her business, she came back, found the children asleep. They have cried, they're hungry, they're asleep. It's only God was on their side that at least He'd opened a little bit of the windows. Otherwise, those children could have perished in that car because of suffocation. So depression is a very serious matter. Should not be taken for granted. We've seen people who are developed from the depression into bipolar, and that becomes now almost a permanent condition, unless by God's grace He delivers you. And it is pathetic. You've seen people, you are cooking and they black out and the house is on fire. I told you in a previous video how my friend who is a bank manager, senior bank manager, how one day she lost it. And the whole day she was just like a dummy in the office. Until she realized she's really falling into depression. And how that meant even losing her career. Having built her career, she was about to lose her job. Because, you know, it's unfortunate that institutions don't have mechanisms to allow you to go and heal if you have a mental problem and then you come back. No. Immediately, you leave, you're replaced. And that's why also, you should not be suffering that much or in overindulging, even in jobs or businesses, until you lose yourself. Because even if you're not there, somebody else will do. If you, by bad luck or unfortunately you pass on because of depression, those children, they'll be brought up by other baby mamas, you know. Other people bring them up, or relatives. So you don't hold the life. You don't hold the earth. It is very much elusive. And so you need to really take care of yourself. You know, like, there's no spare part concerning your life or your brain. And so it's very good. I thought it's very important when we are dealing with this kind of situationships, also to take care of your mental, because I said one trait that you know, now you're losing it, is confusion. And this confusion comes with forgetfulness. You usually forget things. Some people forget even to pick up children from the schools. You don't even remember their meetings in the schools, no matter how many reminders you're given. You know, the things that should matter stop mattering much. You used to pray. You used to study. You lose psych for studying. Quit school. Even if you used to read books, you lose psych for reading books, including the Bible, you know. The other is that when you start now this confusion, when you start this mind of forgetfulness, you don't keep track of your life. So you don't realize time is passing. Have you ever seen people who, I'm not attacking people who are Jabba people or the people who chew Mira, but have you seen these people who like to play darts or they love to play some certain kind of cards, and they will go like they are going for a job in a certain place. You've seen that in the estates. These are grown-up men and women, and mostly men, unfortunately. And they rock up there, and they'll be playing there and chewing peanuts and chewing gum and chewing Mira the whole day. And that is their lifestyle. What has happened to them? These people have entered into depression such that they don't realize the passage of time. I have counseled young people who have gone through bank smoking, marijuana. And this one thing they say, I never used to keep count of time. I didn't know I had lost this much time. Like, they'll be in December. They don't know whether they're in December or January. They have no track. And this is exactly when you allow depression, when you are in that situationship, you are likely to lose count of time. Nothing matters. So just wake up is like routinely. Nothing really matters. The other thing is hopelessness. Once you become hopeless, you cannot keep track of your dreams. You have no dreams. Your dreams are lost. To an extent, you used to dream because God communicates to us through dreams and visions. That's one of the best, despite that you can hear a voice, the voice of God, or you can speak through somebody. But personally, you should be able to also have dreams that regard your life, that are warning you where you're going, that are encouraging you where you're going, that they are making you know to discern your path. The people who say they don't dream, it's not true. They can't remember their dreams. And that's how you also lose your dreams in reality. So if you find yourself that you're not dreaming, you say you're not dreaming, you can't remember your dreams, just know you're in the path of destruction. And your dreams, your life purpose has been attacked very, very seriously. The other thing is that such kind of people have no confidence. You will see somebody who is of age. Nowadays, we took our children to good schools, right? Good schools, group of schools, school of groups. Wherever God blesses you to take them, or where your dreams are concerning your children, it depends. And you can see a little child addressing adults, like a real adult, maturity. But imagine you could appoint somebody of even my age, maybe to say something, and they say they have nothing to say. They can't stand in front of people. They have no confidence at all. You just know. Their confidence has been attacked so highly that now they are going through this low self-esteem phase. And it's a very dangerous point that you can never express yourself. You can never stand to talk. You can never be able to address. Because now, when you lose your confidence, even addressing your own children becomes almost impractical. Actually, what will happen to you, you'll be now a very aggressive person towards your children, that you find them always in the wrong. You will beat them up. Their parents who are beating their children up until they cut them with knives and they're hospitalized.